Okay, so I'm here with Shawn. Shawn is from.
I'm from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, United States of America.
Hi, Shawn from Rhode Island, Kingstown, North Kingstown from America. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I'm 19 years old. I just completed my first year at the University of Rhode Island, and I'm studying business ownership. I co-founded a nonprofit this year,
Okay.
a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to ocean conservation, and I'm in the process of founding my own nonprofit to bring equality and clean water, housing, and food to third world countries. And my life ambitions are to be able to change the world through my handiwork and hopefully end up leaving a legacy for the rest of my life.
Nice. Okay, so those were your ambitions, quick presentation. What about the Narragansett in general, or let's say Rhode Island in general? How does it differentiate from the other countries, from the other states in America?
So there is a bunch of states on the East Coast and West Coast of the United States of America, and they all have beaches. So Rhode Island is similar to many states because we have many beaches, just like all the other states on the West and East Coast.
Yeah.
And, however, the majority of the states in this country have no beaches, and so that sets us apart in a way. However, with all of the other states on the East and West Coast, Rhode Island has the most beaches because there's so many islands in the state. There is several bridges where you have to drive over to go to certain areas, and other states don't have so many islands as part of their state, and I would say that is what sets us apart the most.
Yeah, I saw that you have a lot of islands here.
Yes, the whole state is made up of islands that are connected by bridges, which is why it's called Rhode Island.
Yeah, but is Block Island the biggest one?
Yes.
Okay.
Block Island is the biggest island in Rhode Island, and it is so big and so far away that you must take a giant boat to get there.
Ferry, yeah.
A ferry.
Okay. Cool. So, do you like living here?
I love living here. Yes.
Okay, so tell me two pros and cons. I mean, why would you live here, and why wouldn't you live here?
I would live here because everywhere you go is beautiful. There is trees that are green, there's green grass, there is ocean almost everywhere you go, and the people here are very nice people. Cons are there is not much big business and there is not many opportunities for jobs in terms of graduating from school and finding a job. There is not many jobs in Rhode Island.
Okay.
Since I'm only 19, I like living here. So I will most likely move and leave the state after I graduate because I will not be able to find a job here.
Okay, so ambition-wise, Rhode Island is too small.
Correct.
And as I understand, there's not much industry going.
Not much at all.
Okay, cool. So, okay, the next question I want to ask you, what is the life of an average Joe here look like? I mean, what is the mentality of an average Joe?
Well, I don't consider myself an average Joe because I like to go above and beyond in everything I do, which means I work out a lot and I eat healthy. But the average American, or even Rhode Islander, is somebody who likes to relax as much as possible, eat a lot of junk food, watch a lot of TV, and they like to talk about other people, which is a big thing here in America.
Okay, so the average Joe is a couch potato?
Couch potato, yes.
Okay, I understand. So, what about, I mean, when I came here, there was a lot of talk about drugs. You know?
Yes.
So that's true.
There is a lot of drug use in all of America.
Okay, not only here, but here, weed here is illegal.
Marijuana is not illegal here.
Not illegal.
It is illegal, but it's not a criminal offense.
Okay.
So you cannot get arrested for being in the possession of marijuana, but they can write you a ticket. Same thing as if you were speeding down the road.
But they usually don't do that.
If you have marijuana, they will.
They will, okay.
$150. But you will not go to jail.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay, so we cleared that up. 4th of July was 2 days ago.
Yes.
What is the history behind it, and how does it look like today?
Well, the 4th of July is the date of our nation's independence from Great Britain, of course. July 4th, 1776 was when the Declaration of Independence was signed by the founding fathers of the United States. And every year since then, every American has celebrated the fact that we live in a land that has a government that is relatively free in the sense that the people can do what they want.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be a couch potato if you want to. You're allowed to be an overachiever if you want to. And you're allowed to do anything, basically, sky's the limit. And so that's the whole idea behind America, is you can come here and you can do whatever you want, and it's all what you make of it. And so the 4th of July now, there is parades where people dress up in clothing that represents our flag, which is it's red, white, and blue stripes. There's 50 stars on the flag for the 50 states, and there is 13 stripes on the flag for the first 13 colonies that started America. And
one of them was Rhode Island.
One of them was Rhode Island, yes. The first one was Massachusetts, which is just the next state over. And Rhode Island was found by a man named Roger Williams, who got banished from Massachusetts and hiked through the woods and found Rhode Island and claimed it as his own state.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
That's a little history lesson on the state of Rhode Island.
Okay, so and there are a lot of political speeches, right?
Yep.
As well.
Yeah. There is a big debate between Democrats and Republicans in the United States, which means there are certain people who feel as though the government should take part in our lives, and there's people who think the government should not take part in our lives. For example, Democrats believe that the government should provide many programs and assistance to people. For example, people with disabilities can get money for free from the government because they cannot work.
Okay.
Where Republicans believe that it is just not fair because they didn't work, so they don't deserve to earn any money. And that is the biggest, that's basically the biggest political issues. It's pretty evenly split in the country, Democrat and Republican. But, however, coming back to the 4th of July, all of that is forgotten, and everybody just celebrates our country and the fact that we're allowed to be out here, sitting here safely because of the founding fathers.
Just like the Olympic Games mean.
Yes.
Peace,
exactly.
Peace and fun.
Exactly.
Like that. Okay.
And also, a major part of the 4th of July holiday is fireworks. And you have fireworks in Slovenia.
Yeah, but we mostly have them for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so we use them to represent the bombs and the missiles that were used in the wars that that made us be able to become our own country, because the Great Britain decided to send soldiers to America to try to claim America as its own, and the Americans had to fight, and they eventually won every single battle until we were able to sign the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. And so we use fireworks to represent the wars that went on and the people that died, and to remember the fact that there was so much, even though they are beautiful, you know, it reminds you that there was bombs going off, there was missiles going off, and that's what led to us being able to be free here today.
Okay, cool. I think we cleared that out.
Yeah.
If I
apologize. I talk a lot.
if I tell you the word Europe, what's the first thing that pops into your mind and why?
Sweden.
Sweden.
And that is
Why?
only because I am 90% Swedish. Those of you watching, I do not look Swedish.
No, you don't. You
But
don't at all.
whenever I think of Europe, I think Sweden because I've always wanted to visit there, and I love their country. I've done much research on it. I think their flag is awesome, and I was always growing up. My grandparents were all Swedish, so that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Europe.
Okay, cool. So I think of myself as a person with good morals, you know?
Yep.
I think you're the same.
Right.
So if I'm the average European and you're an average American citizen, what are the differences between us that you've seen so far?
Between me and you, as you said, we are similar in personalities. However, a big thing that I noticed spending time with you is the way you prepare your food and the types of meals that you eat.
Okay.
I try to eat healthy. However, when I go to the store, because we have big supermarkets, even when you buy natural food, it's pretty much all fake. There's a lot of artificial things. Even if you go to the store and you buy some grapes, there's a ton of chemicals in them. And I noticed that you are from Slovenia, and you have told me stories, and I've seen you prepare your meals, and the way you prepare your meals are a lot more natural. People here, an average American here likes to eat fast food, a lot of junk food like chips, a lot of candy, things like that. And I think that Europeans are more conscious about their health and what they put into their body. And
Yeah,
that's
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
But what about? Okay, that's another thing. But what about if we focus on the more of a mental aspect of me
Okay.
and you? Is there a difference? Isn't there a difference?
I think that I don't think there is much of a difference.
I don't think so either.
But that's because me and you are similar.
Yeah.
We just happen to be similar. For example, there are some Americans that are very mean people for absolutely no reason. So if someone like Matisse here were to say, "Hello, sir," another American might say, "Shut up," because some Americans are just rude.
Hostile.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are hostile, they can be very rude, and I have a feeling that Europeans are a lot more generous and just friendly.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with you there.
Well, I've only met a few Europeans. That's
Yeah,
why.
okay, that's probably why. So that's okay. So the conclusion is basically there's not much of a difference in mentality. More of I don't know, more as in habits.
Culture.
Culture, yeah.
Well, you told me that it is a standard in your country to get married and have a family.
Yeah, something like that.
In
I mean, it keeps changing, you know.
Yeah, but in America, most people are motivated just by money and do not care about family.
That's what I saw.
There's a lot of families, a lot of my friends' families that are broken apart because of money, because of greed, instead of love. And I think that is a huge problem here in America. And I'm not sure if it is in Europe, but I know here that's a huge thing. Family, unfortunately, I come from a family that is very loving and caring, but there's many families in America that get torn apart due to greed. For example, a friend of mine's father left his family strictly so he can make more money. And I feel as though people in Europe might not do that. Is that true or no?
That's true, yeah.
It is true. Okay.
It wouldn't pop into my mind. I mean, yeah, that's basically the first thing I've noticed when I came here. You know, everything is evolving. I mean, money keeps turning the world around. You know.
Yes.
And the capitalism in this country is just, I mean, over the roof.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's the biggest con I've noticed so far in America.
Yep. Absolutely. Capitalism.
Okay. Do you have anything for our viewers in Slovenia?
Well,
Say.
if you are ever visiting the United States, contact Matitz, and he will give you my contact information, and I will be your tour guide.
Cool. I think that's a wrap. If anyone has any questions, please let me know and I'll ask him and I'll transfer the information back.
I've never been interviewed before, except maybe 1 or 2 times, so I'm sorry if I seem unprofessional.
That's no problem. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you next time. Peace.
Have a great day.
And I just hope I pressed the button. Yeah, I did. Cool.